sorry? Yes. Sorry,
SC fans, come on in. I'm gonna wait a little minute. SFU with the shocker. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't do nothing with the what you call that? The rankings. The rankings is all BS. They call this an upset, but I call this a misranking. See. Check. See what else can I do? We're gonna start in a minute. Thank you. What is this? Florida State got whooped out. The first thing I thought when I see Florida State get whooped out, I'm like, who they recruit? Somebody go decommit. Then I remember Dalen McCutcheon had committed to FSU. Dalen McCutcheon committed to FSU. And I know USC, I think we came in second with his recruitment. So now that Florida State, they lost to Georgia Tech, I'm looking at a flip. I think they're going to start having flips. But that's what people get for thinking DJU a really baller like that. Florida State ain't finna do nothing. All them players they lost. And they got DJU, who been overrated his whole career, no disrespect, but he supposed to be a baller. But guess what? He getting whooped on. He ain't been able to do nothing since he been playing. Well, let me go back here. Let me look at the let's check out the stats. Let me check out the stats for this game. So DJU, he had 193 yards passing. That's what you don't want. He from the IE though, so when he was at Oregon State, I was kind of rooting for him, but when he went down to Florida State, who cares, right? He only had 193 yards this game. What are the stats for this game at? Let me see. They're already showing the next game stats. Anyway, DJU overrated though. And I think they thought Florida State was going to do something because they got a name quarterback and all this. But this tells you can't go on these rankings. These rankings, they go by name, and then they go by hate. They go by name, bias for the SEC, then it's hate. You feel me? So they're going to rank all the SEC teams up high. Then they're going to give you the name brand teams that they just going to put up there just because they name. You know what I'm saying? So Florida State, they had a decent year last year. They actually got robbed. You know what I'm saying? They should have been in the playoffs with Jordan Travis and all that. But they got robbed for the SEC, right? So I thought they was going to come back this year with a vengeance, with a chip on their shoulder. But they coming out getting whooped by Florida State. Like, where they do that at? I mean, Georgia Tech, where they do that at? Game with a field goal as time expired. Fair use, ESPN, don't hit me with no copyright. You know what I'm saying? Let me see about service. Service is kind of boof right now. The service kind of weak right now, man. Let me see. I should hop on Twitter with it. They ain't let me show it. Maybe that's a sign. I don't need to watch it. Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all seen the game. I think about the game, man. Like, y'all surprised? Now, Nick Saban did say that he got Georgia Tech as a sleeper, and he got us as a sleeper, right? So Nick Saban already like what he talking this year. He kind of predicted this with Georgia Tech, right? He said they a sleeper, right? So he already looking good. Nick Saban already looking good. And then he said he got USC, he got us as a dark horse. Nick Saban, he knows the importance of coaching, right? Nick Saban knows the importance of coaching. So he look at the USC roster and he see, okay, they got talent and they got great uber coaching, right? They got great uber coaching. So he looking at USC, he got us as a dark horse, keeping it real. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see DJU in game stats. You feel me? I know he had 193 yards. What did he have? And completions and attempts. Let me see. Hold on a second. But let me get while I'm looking for DJU stats, I'm gonna get back to Nick Saban. Like Nick Saban is one of them dudes that always gonna keep it real, right? For the most part, especially now that he out of coaching. Like Nick Saban, now that he out of coaching, he keep it real. You feel what I'm saying? He gonna keep it real. And him like in USC, that ain't just talk. You know what I'm saying? He really evaluating things. Nick Saban knows coaching and he know how important coaching is, right? He knows how important coaching is. So see the great coaches at USC and knowing we got a little talent as well, he said everybody been, basically shitting on USC. And he said for the expectation, y'all underrating them for sure. Y'all underrating US for sure. He got us as a dark horse. Yeah. Somebody with that knowledge, I like that. You feel me? What y'all think about him? You think he just capping? Nah, he ain't capping at all. You know what I'm saying? He's not capping at all because, first of all, he ain't in the game no more. Right? He ain't just showing SEC favorite. He got Georgia Tech as a dark horse, right? And USC. Them are non-SEC teams. They are non-SEC teams. So I feel real. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no reason to cap for USC, right? Who else playing? SMU playing Nevada, Delaware State playing Hawaii. You feel me? Uh, this week, Florida State and Georgia Tech was the really only big game. August 29th. Let's look at the schedule. Right, screen one of these games next week. I couldn't do it this week, but we gonna live screen college football. Period. It's a USC channel, but I love college football, so we just gonna talk. August 29th. I might skip that week. I might skip August 29th because I don't see no good matchups. We got West Carolina, North Carolina State. I don't see no top matchups next day. Oklahoma Temple. I might do that one. I don't know. Clemson, Georgia. I got to do that one for sure. 9 a.m. Wake up. So what y'all think? Y'all want a live play-by-play? Georgia versus Clemson. I'm trying to find a game. Go live play-by-play. I'm trying to get this college football coverage kicked off. Iowa at no, Illinois State no, maybe Penn State at West Virginia. No, that's the same time as Clemson, Georgia. I could do both. We could go back and forth, check on them games, all the way up till we get to SC. Hold on, who Alabama? Oh, Alabama playing Cream Puff Week 1. That's how Alabama do. Notre Dame, Texas A&M. Okay, so we got a Georgia, Clemson. We got a Notre Dame, Texas A&M, a Miami, Florida. Okay, we're gonna be streaming on the 31st. We're gonna be streaming for real. Them a few little games we could check out, see what they doing. Watch it with your boy Carter Sports. You hear me? This September 1st, we got that big matchup, USC LSU. Right? Now, they already think we gonna get whooped on. Like, so us Trojan fans, what we doing is we getting receipts, right? What up, Trojan Blade? I don't know why my screen ain't sharing no more. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Hold on. Get y'all back in there. Now I'm just looking at what's up, Trojan Blade, Roger Dodger, Amazon, Anthony Holloway, Hector. Yeah, we getting receipts right now. You feel me? So we on Twitter. I got a gang of receipts on Twitter, like people talking. We gonna get smashed, calling California soft. You know what I'm saying? Said we gonna get whooped on. We some Beast Boys. It ain't the same boys from the Pete Carroll days. Like, boy, we even the Pete Carroll boys, we on the beach. What about the beach they think make you soft? Just because you live by the beach, just because we live in nice weather, we're soft. Like, they better get up out of here. Hector, what kind of receipts you got? I got receipts, boy. Like, I'm talking about going back months. Started with Paul Feinbaum. I mean, it's gonna be a major, major day when USC whoop on LSU. Like, I'm confident we gonna win. I'm really confident we gonna win, especially Nick Saban coming out talking. I know he know coaching, the importance of coaching. They sleeping on our team. And this is just a sign. Florida State losing. This is a sign. I feel like the poll voters, they gonna get exposed this year. All them SEC teams they had, what it was like nine SEC teams in the top 25. I think that's gonna get exposed this year, right? I think that's gonna get exposed, and it's the lazy voting. Did y'all see that the coaches poll was the same as the AP poll except 2 spots, right? What's up, Black Diamond? The SEC, the coaches poll and the AP poll was the exact same except one team, I think, right down in the I think they had the 24th team. It was something, right? They only had one team. It's lazy voting. It's lazy voting. Let me put a gang of SEC teams, right? That's how the voting start off with, right? Let me get Ohio State. Let me get Oregon. We know they got super rosters. They drop bags on people, so we going to rank them high. They got transferred. They got Dan Lanning, SEC coach, and all that, right? And then you got the SEC teams, and they throw the SEC teams in there, right? SEC gonna annually get at least 6 teams in the top 25 annually, right? They at least gonna get 6 teams in the top 25 annually. So they throw the SEC teams in there, then they throw name brands teams in there like Florida State. Now, I like Florida State. I ain't mad at Florida State. Like, I feel like they should have been in the playoffs last year, right? But I feel like putting them at number 10 when they lost all the talent that they lost, losing their quarterback, Jordan Travis, losing Jared Verse. They lost a lot of NFL talent. They rookies in the league right now. They looking good during training camp. So they lost a lot of talent, but they still got ranked number 10 just because they Florida State. They was in the mix last year. So year by year, the voting is getting more lazy and more lazy and more lazy. My question is, what type of excuse they gonna have for this game? What type of excuse they gonna have if USC beat LSU? This what I don't like about the media, right? This what I don't like about the media, and this is why I don't usually be saying nothing. Because they say all this, right? If we come out and win versus LSU, right? If we come out and win versus LSU, they gonna act like something wrong with LSU, or they gonna ignore it, period. They ain't gonna be like, oh, we gotta bump USC up. USC might be a dark horse this year. You know, LSU ranked number 11. So if we beat LSU, that's basically a top 10 win, right? That's a top 10 win if we beat LSU. But they're going to act like they ain't going to give us credit. They ain't going to be like, okay, maybe they should flip-flop. Maybe SC should be in the top 10. No, they're going to be like, oh, what's wrong with LSU? Oh, the Jaden Daniels replacement. You know, this. They're going to make all kind of excuses. They're going to forget that they said USC was trash. They're going to forget to say that this is going to be a snoozer. By the third quarter, it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be all about what LSU didn't do, right? So I usually don't engage in this, but this year I got to. You know, I'm content creating, but it ain't no fun when they get so wrong and they run away. They act like it never happens. I see it all the time, right? But it's cool. Long as we get respected in the rankings. I don't care what Feinbaum say. I don't care what ESPN say, because they in bed with the SEC. So long as we up in them AP, and we need to be top 12 when we get this win. With this win, we already need to be in top 12 in playoff position. right? Because y'all already doubted us, got us way down at 23, got teams like Arizona ahead of us, right? It's crazy. So Nick Saban know what he talking about. Nick Saban know what he talking about, and everybody just a homer. Like they must not really watch college football. Because if you watch college football and you a fan of the game, and if you just know the game, you know how important coaching is. If you coached at any level, you know how important coaching is, especially on a college and a high school level. A great coach could make an average team a great team, right? They can. So especially on a high school and college level. So the fact that they trying to ignore the coaching staff we got, all the transfers we got, right? It's just gonna be pie in their face, and it's cool. That's why this season is gonna be special. This is gonna be one of the most special seasons in USC history. I'm telling you, and these kids, just like I made the video the other day, these USC kids is special. We need to get out to the Coliseum and support these kids, because all these kids, especially kids like Braylon Shelby, Zachariah Branch, all our top ranked kids in the class last year and this year, they all took less money to come to SC. So we got some special kids on the roster, and I think they're gonna show out. We got confident kids on the roster. Just think about it. If you will pass up more money for less money, then you got confidence in yourself to make it to the NFL. You got confidence in yourself to get that money later in college because you know you're gonna ball. So we full of players that's confident in themselves. I feel like Alex Grinch killed their vibe, killed their swag. But we got a lot of alpha males on our team that already been betting on themselves by coming to USC. Them dudes could have, man, Zachariah Branch could have went to Ohio State and got a bag. Braylon Shelby could have went to Texas and got a bag, right? Easily. But they came to USC. So since they came to USC, that let me know they already got their mind right. They already thinking right. To be smart enough to take less money, right? To be smart enough to take less money. Let's get back to this. Let me get back to this schedule, right? Where we going live at next week on the 30th? The 29th is all week games. Like, whoever in here, let me know in the chat. Like, I'm thinking August 31st, we're going to do the Georgia Clemson. Right. Georgia always stacked with talent, but I think they number one ranking is probably lazy too as well. Even though they do got uber talent, they confident in Carson Beck. He's in question mark, just like our quarterback a question mark. They want to talk about Miller Moss. What's up with Carson Beck? But I would give Georgia the benefit of the doubt, though. I ain't gonna hate on Georgia just because they're in the SEC. Like some of these schools, it's really the media, right, that we should be hating on, because if you an SEC school, you can't help it if they want to overhype the SEC because all the money down there, right? They got the rabid fans. They spend millions of dollars on memorabilia, all kind of stuff, right? So it's money in the SEC. We can't be mad that they basically overrate them. Clemson, what y'all think about Clemson this year? Clemson, I don't know. Clemson don't deal with the transfer portal. They lost kids from the transfer portal. But Clemson don't take no kids from the transfer portal, right? So I don't know about their roster. I ain't really a big Dabo Swinney fan. So I don't really care who win that game. But I just think it's going to be a good game. I want to scout because these is teams that we could possibly meet in the playoffs. You know, I want to look at strength of schedule, how that's turning out. That's why we got to do our own rankings and our own strength of schedule, right? I remember I showed y'all in the video that the top the top 10 teams, 9 of them was as strength of schedule, who had the strongest strength of schedule. That's how they set up the play, though. So if they lose to one another, if a Georgia lose to a sorry C team that was ranked high, they'd be like, oh, that's a top 25 SEC team. So the SEC, when they lose to each other, they average rank don't fall as much as other teams. Like, for instance, LSU. If they lose against, well, they might drop them far in the rankings if LSU lose against us, right? Because they're going to be mad. They probably be mad at LSU, like, y'all let them USC West Coast punks. Y'all let them West Coast punks make us look bad and go against our narrative. So LSU might get punished for letting us win. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let SC win. But usually a team like LSU that's ranked 10 or 11th, if they lose, they probably drop like 4 or 5 spots, right? They'll drop like 4 or 5 spots, and they will be in the what you call that? They will be in the in the same basically tier, right? I done seen SEC teams sometime they will lose to a team and still be ranked higher than the team they lost to. But like say if a Big 10 team or a Pac-12 team loses, they drop in like 10 spots. Like every other conference, if you lose, especially to a team that's lower ranked than you or an unranked team, you at least drop an 8 or 9 spots. Guarantee. You at least drop an 8 or 9 spots. Guarantee. SEC teams, they dropping like 4 or 5 spots when they lose, man. They dropping 4 or 5 spots. Let's see what they talking about on Twitter. The Twitter will go up. If y'all ain't got Twitter, man, y'all get on Twitter, man. Twitter be going up. We be having fun on Twitter. This is where we putting the receipts at, right? Media. All right, see, this is my point right here. So look at this dude, Connell Peterson, right? He say media, FSU lost 10 starters, including their quarterback, right? But that didn't stop them from ranking them top 10, though. You know what I'm saying? If they lost 10 starters, right? If they lost 10 starters, including their QB, why y'all got them ranked number 10? Lazy voting. Lazy voting. I don't want to hear it. After they lose, you can't give excuses for after the loss because you ranked them that high knowing this, right? You ranked them that high knowing this. So Florida State, like Dalen McCutcheon, my guy. Where are you, McCutcheon? You know what I'm saying? You want to decommit? I'm trying to flip McCutcheon, y'all, because that's one of my favorite receivers coming out the class. And I believe we finished second. I believe he kind of wanted to go to SC, but he chose Florida State, you know, closer to home. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that might not be the spot, bro. That might not be the spot. Know what I'm saying? And nobody expects Florida State to go undefeated, bro. But you can't come out the first game and lose to an unranked team. That's why this season, I'm telling you, this season is going to cause a lot of flips and decommits by whoever winning and losing, right? So just like I said, when we play LSU, if we get that win, we got the inside track to Jakeem Stewart. You feel me? Potential fraud. Now, don't get on FSU. You know what I'm saying? These teams don't rank themselves, right? So we can't get on the teams personally. We got to get on the media people that be overranking these teams. Okay, Georgia Tech may be coming up. They just had a 5-star commit. They got this win. Hey, now. Okay, Georgia Tech. Can somebody tell me how many FSU players opt out this game? Nobody opt. Oh, he trolling. Because they opt out the bowl game. He trolling. Ain't nobody opt out this game. They lost fair and square. So you see on Twitter, whoever lose get blasted. Like even a SEC team, man. Like or any team. Like you lose on Twitter, you getting roasted, especially if you go unranked. Know what I'm saying? Now let me go to my page, right? Let me go to my page and let's check some of the receipts that I got already ready on deck. All right. So let me see. No, this ain't my page. Hold on. I need to go to my content. Hey, y'all follow me on Twitter. If y'all ain't got no Twitter, make one. You know what I'm saying? Twitter cool. All right. Okay. Yeah, right. Our line's looking good, y'all. Not to get off track, but I'm just freestyling today. I'm happy college football back. This wasn't even planned. I ain't got no notes prepared, nothing. I'm just talking to y'all, right? Madden Reen being balling. Madden Reen only played 2 games this year. He already got 4 picks. And I know in the video I said he was a linebacker. My bad, he's a DB. right? He's a DB. And he already got 4 picks in like a pick 6, right? So I'm excited about that kid. He's a ball hawk. He's a ball hawk playmaker, right? Look easy, got that number 2. That's a great number for DBs, right? Remember, Dory Jackson was rocking that. You know, Charles Woodson, the Heisman. You know, always had an infinity for number 2 and 21, especially if you a skill position. Now, you know, Chris Henry, 2025 prospect 5-star. He had modern day, so I don't have no confidence in us getting this kid. I don't know. At this point, I feel like the modern day coach, whoever over there, I feel like he ain't rocking with USC. And he telling these kids some negative things about USC. But who knows, right? That go one receipt I got. LSU going to beat your ass. Okay. Oh, check out this video. I want y'all to hear this video, right? This is the biggest receipt of them all. Hold on, let me start it over. Yeah, you a hater, boy.
in front of the entire country and let Miller Moss and this version of USC push you around.
Oh, no.
Pete Carroll ain't coming through that door, okay? These aren't the killers that Carroll had out of South California back in the early 2000s, okay? These are the TikTok Gen Zers that you love to hate on so much if you're listening to this show. These are the new generation soft boys from the West Coast who just want to talk about their feelings and go surfing all day. And it's Miller freaking Moss. And this is LSU, or at least it's supposed to be, right?
Y'all hear this fool? Hey, did y'all? This is my first time going live, so I don't know the working that good. But did y'all see the Madden Reen highlights I was showing y'all on my page? Cause it's kind of crazy, like trying to figure out how to work this. I don't know if I'm working it right, but if y'all seeing my Twitter, let me know. All right. So that dude right there is a clown, right? That's one receipt I got. He was talking it big. He was talking it real big. It's another kid y'all need to check out, Jerome Miles. He's sick out of Utah. Hold on, where my receipts at though? Where my receipts at? I got some receipts. I gotta dig them all back up, right? But LSU, they fans over there, they definitely popping it big. They definitely popping it big. Let me see. I could just pull in LSU versus USC, and I bet you it's a million receipts right there. I bet you it's a million receipts right there. Let's see what JD got to say, because usually JD.
So say what you want about Lincoln Riley.
Real. So
say what you want about how this reads.
Let's see.
I don't fault Lincoln Riley for saying we want to win football games, and us playing LSU does not help us when it comes to our postseason aspirations, more likely than not. So say what you want about Lincoln Riley. Say what you want about how this reads. But I do not believe by any stretch of the imagination that anyone in that locker room is like, oh, man, I hope we don't play LSU. Like, I promise you, as a competitor, as someone who's in a college football locker room, you're not thinking about, wow, I don't want to play that team. You're like, bring it on. We think we're one of the best. Internally, we have confidence in ourselves. Let's roll. Let's get after it. So I get it. I understand where Lincoln Riley's coming from. I don't think anyone's being soft. I don't think anyone's being scared. I think it's just, honestly, a good business decision if you're USC. I don't fault Lincoln for saying we want to win football games and us playing.
I ain't trying to duck nothing. Especially with a 12-team playoff. Now, maybe if it still was a 14 playoff, but a 12-team playoff, nah, we want all the smoke.
That was extremely fun to write and extremely a really crazy, psychedelic, just weird, nutso preview article for USC where half of it is kind of like this fictionalized gobbledygook. That was extremely fun to write and extremely fun to kind of. It's going to be kind of like art imitating life that's about to happen in a way. So it was pretty psychedelic to write. But for this first game, LSU USC, my God, this game has so much writing on it, guys, gals, and everyone. This game has so much writing on it. This is, dare I say it, the most important game of LSU season. I know that everyone would say that, well, it's the first game, of course. Like, this season, LSU can lose 2 games and still make the college football playoff. I understand that you really rolled the dice at that point, but technically you're still alive. Okay.
I thought he was talking smoke. Is he talking smoke on here?
I just don't think that happens if we lose to USC. Too many roadblocks. It would expose way too much about this team. It would gut open this psychological strength.
He ain't talking too much. He just on some LSU. We're going, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm just trying to search receipts, y'all. Because they've been talking it. Okay, now the line, people, a lot of people betting on USC, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, fans outside of media, a lot of fans is betting on USC, right? It's getting closer to the game. So they studying teams more. You feel me? They study teams more. So they like, hold on, this USC team might be a little better than we think they is. Because look, it went from 6.5 to 4.5. Right? It was last at 6.5 August 8th. So in 3 days, it didn't drop by 2. Nah, I wanted to keep it up, though. I want them to keep it up. I want LSU to be heavily favored, right? Hold on, y'all. I want LSU to be heavily favored, right? The bigger the upset, the better. Okay, Bubbles got us up. All right, now there's some ESPN. So here go. I bet you is a receipt up in this, right?
You're on defense, and they're going to get tested. And Harry, that Danton Lynn defense is going to get tested right away. LSU's game plan is going to be bully ball, plain and simple. USC couldn't hold the line last year on defense, and they're going to get tested. Jordan knows all too well that LSU has 2 of the best offensive tackle prospects in the country. Left tackle Will Campbell is the top tackle prospect. Right tackle Emory Jones could end up as a first-round pick when we're all said and done. Will LSU just be able to hand the ball off and push the Trojans around like Utah has done so many times recently?
See, that's what they hope. See, he brought up Utah. That's what, and look at the look on his face. He said that like that's what they better do. See, that's what they hoping. They really think that LSU is just gonna line up and run the ball down our throats. They really think that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? No, our defensive line, right? We ain't world beaters, right? We ain't the greatest defensive line of all time. But with this squad, with the strength we didn't gain, with the coaching we got, they fools. They fools if they think they gonna run the ball down our throat. right? If they run the ball, look at SC fans, if they run the ball down our throat like Utah have in the past, then this gonna be another long season. This will be another long season if they run the ball down our throat, right? I'll be shocked if they run the ball down our throat, right? I don't even think that's their strength anyway. So if they leave in their strength just to try to attack our weakness, then go ahead. I think their strength is passing the ball, right? That's who I think their strength is. So if they gonna go out there and be like, oh, we finna run, is that even their identity? Is y'all gonna change our identity because y'all reading the media, because y'all going with narratives, right? But I ain't gonna lie, if I'm another team, I'm gonna test us in the trenches too. So it's gonna be like, okay, USC, you made these additions, right? Y'all players added 1,400 pounds. I think the defensive line specifically added like 570 pounds, right? So it's probably like, y'all added these pounds, y'all got these coaches, y'all gonna have to show us, right? But I think any great team and any team need to do them. If you're not going to do you and you're trying to pick on our perceived weaknesses, right? And we ain't weak there, then there go your game plan right there. Your game plan is shot right there, right? Because first of all, that ain't your identity to pound. Brian Kelly, that's not his identity. His teams don't pound, right? But if y'all go that route because y'all think USC is weak there and we're not weak there, then what you gonna do? You got to change your whole game plan in the middle of the game. So in practice, y'all been what? Pound, right? So if y'all can't pound, now y'all got to throw the ball around and y'all ain't been preparing for that. That ain't the game plan. That gives us the advantage. So it's like falling into the best narrative about us gonna put a lot of teams in a trap, right? Especially LSU this first game. Now, if we come out and show we stout in the trenches, LSU try to run, and let's say we hold them under 4 yards per carry, right? Then Michigan and these other teams gonna be like, okay, maybe we just need to do us. Maybe we don't need to look at USC as a weak team in the trenches, right? Maybe we just need to look at the 2 games they didn't play thus far. But LSU could be in a whole trap, right? Thinking they just gonna run the ball down with us, right? Now they got a little running back, who that John Emery Jr. They feel like he a baller, so I guess they're gonna try to cut him loose on us. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see about it though. My boy Zulu. Y'all got Twitter, follow Zulu. One of the top USC fans on Twitter. USC DBs versus LSU. Exactly. Like, I ain't saying they Richard Sherman, but we got DBs that size. You feel me? We got a gang of Richard Sherman types. The Carlos Nicholson, John Humphrey, Jacoby Covington. So I feel it. You feel me? Now, if they got the trash talk game as Richard Sherman, it's really on. Like, and I wish we seen more of this in college football. I wish we seen more of the mic'd up in college football. They hear how the college football players talking they smack compared to the pros. You feel me? This dude, okay. Everybody feel like everybody getting receipts. This dude just added bookmarks for USC versus LSU games. Some USC fans really talking reckless on X. Keep that same energy by end of game. All right, bet. Let me I ain't go bookmark it. I'm gonna retweet it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna retweet that. Keep that receipt. He got the Birdman. Like, okay, they finna be some gangster with us. Okay. Put your money where your mouth is, Cash Money. You know, that is a home of Cash Money. I feel it. Okay. It's gonna be Cash Money versus Death Row there. You feel me? This a Death Row versus Cash Money match. Right? And shout out to everybody in the chat. I can't see it all right now. I'm gonna get back into the chat in a minute. Okay. Bear Alexander, Will Campbell. I mean, Alexander, he on the inside. and Campbell on the outside. I don't think they're gonna be facing each other that much unless we got Bear stunning all the time. Or they hating on Bear. Sacramento Trojan. Follow him if y'all got Twitter. Okay, they think Bear ain't it. That's cool. I mean, as USC fans, we can't be too mad just because of, what happened last year. We gonna see about it. That's all I can say. All I just want is when we come out balling, don't make no excuses. Don't make no excuses. Now look, see, they defense struggle too. So look at this LSU fan. He said if LSU get multiple stops on defense versus USC, he gonna cry. I think we did a better job at fixing our defense. That's what's gonna be ironic about this game to me. That's what's gonna be ironic is that I think our defense is better than LSU defense. Like for real. And I don't see how the voters, I don't see how the media don't see that. Both our defense was trash last year, and I think we made better improvements in the offseason with our defense, right? They D coordinator ain't nowhere on the level of D'Anton Lynn. Like, let's keep it a buck. The defensive coordinator they got is not on the level of D'Anton Lynn. They defensive staff compared to ours, it's not even close. In my humble opinion, it's not even close, right? So it's gonna be ironic if they defense look trash and our defense look elite. I just wonder what they gonna say. That's all I want to know, the reaction, right? And then if we lose, they can't even say nothing because they say we was gonna lose. I heard Paul Feinbaum said that it's gonna be a blowout, like it's gonna be a snoozer. By the third quarter, they're gonna be blowing us out. $33-31. Josh Pate. Now you know this fool. You know this dude. He stayed going against SC. LSU is going to destroy USC. It won't be close. USC can't and won't stop the run. And LSU offensive line seems solid. Receipt. And I'm gonna go back on there and I'm gonna get on all these receipts. I bet you nobody even talk back. That's what I hate though about the hate for USC. Like when we prove them wrong, what they want to do? They want to act like they want to ignore it. I bet you don't even reply. See, another receipt. They ain't doing their homework. LSU wins because they could pound the ball, and USC don't match up with the SEC size and strength as a whole. He don't know that our offensive line way more than their offensive line? Now you got a Duck fan. You already know what he gonna say. He say he more confident in Brian Kelly to win a big game than Lincoln Riley. Bet. Another receipt. I should have known under Josh Pate Twitter, it's gonna be a million receipts. Because he hate USC. He even admitted that he was brought up to not like USC, to hate USC. He admitted on one of his shows, right, that down south, they're raised to hate USC. So he hate USC, and I'm pretty sure he gonna have a lot of USC haters that's gonna follow him. You know what I'm saying? Birds of a feather flock together. But just like this Oregon Duck fans, right? If it flies, it dies. Then birds of a feather flocking together, they gonna die. LSU leans on their best unit, their O-line, runs the ball effectively and controls the game. USC is able to hit it. a few big plays, but ultimately not enough. LSU, you know what? I ain't even gonna make that a receipt. He ain't talking enough trash, right? He calling the game too close. Like he seemed like he probably trying to give a fair analysis. I ain't gonna make that a receipt. 2+ score, yeah, that's a receipt. That's a receipt for sure. Wide receivers, USC or LSU. You know I'm going USC. DBs, I'm going USC. Quarterback, I'm going USC. That's not even being a homer. I done did my homework on LSU, y'all. I'm telling you. I done did my homework on LSU, and we definitely got better skill positions. They offensive line is better, right? And until we prove it, I say the defensive line is a draw. Yeah, the LSU DBs, they look weak. The LSU fans gonna want to get on me for practice footage, right? And saying, "Oh, you talking about practice?" But if you don't do it in practice, you ain't gonna do it in the game. And ain't no way you gonna be giving up bombs in practice in the scrim. You know what I'm saying? Be looking like trash playing against y'all offense, right? Looking like trash, and then all of a sudden in the game, y'all gonna look good. LSU DBs look whack. You right, Slap Happy. Like, I don't know how they practice down there. Do they go half? But you know how I was brought up in football, you got to do it in practice before you do it in the game. And if you ain't doing it in the game, then shit, you ain't gonna do it in practice. Ashton Stamps, that's y'all lockdown, dude. That's y'all lockdown, dude. Okay, who know about Ashton Stamps? Was he a 5-star coming out? Like what? Hurt Life Rick. Tell me about LSU, bro. He a 3-star? Well, that don't really mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because we got Braylon Conley. He was a 3-star on some sites, right? He was a 3-star on some sites, and he locking down in practice. And I watched his film. He was a 5-star. You about to find out. Y'all about it ain't even don't matter if he a good DB, right? Let me tell you something, Hurt Life Rick. We go 5 or 6 deep at wide receiver, right? We go 5 or 6 deep at wide receiver. So if all you got is Ashton Stamps, and say if Ashton Stamps, whoever, say if he is locked down. Say if, I'm gonna ask you in a minute, but I'm talking to you right now. I'm gonna ask you something about LSU Hurt Life, Rick. But tell me, if y'all only got Ashton Stamps, let's say if he do lock down Zachariah, right? Which I don't see. What y'all gonna do with Deuce? What y'all gonna do with Jacoby? What y'all gonna do with Makai? Like Hurt Life Rick, if you don't know, Deuce was a 5-star coming out, wide receiver, 6'6", run 22 miles per hour. Jacoby Lane, 6'5", he was a 4-star coming out, right? He was a 4th. Makai Lemon was a 5-star, right? So y'all need more than one good DB. Y'all need 4 of them that gonna lock down. You hear me? But what I want to know about LSU, y'all talking about y'all could just run the ball down our throat. Y'all defensive line, y'all had to hop in the portal too. Y'all got Javier Suggs because y'all needed D linemen just like we did. So to the LSU fans, what makes y'all think y'all could just run the ball down our throat and we can't run the ball down y'all throat? Do y'all know our offensive line is bigger than yours? Know what I'm saying? Who a bot? No, I had an LSU. He said, "What I want to know." A LSU fan said, "What you want to know?" This ask. So I'm asking them, why y'all think y'all could run over our defensive line? Because our defensive line was weak last year, right? But y'all was just as weak. Y'all was trying to hop in the portal and grab defensive linemen too. So why how y'all don't know we ain't gonna run the ball down y'all throat? We could play that game too. Right? Let me get some more receipts. Tigers win 42-28. I got to take them all. Anybody that's predicting it to be more than a one-score game, like I feel like USC gonna win, right? But I don't think we gonna blow LSU out. I know some fans got to buy 2 tubs. I think we gonna win. I say probably like 10 points because I do feel like they gonna play time of possession against us, right? To me, that's running the ball, trying to run the ball down our throat. To me, that's just fear. Play your game. You trying to run the clock out. You trying to keep the ball out our hands because y'all know Miller Moss offense and Lincoln Riley offense gonna always cook. So y'all ain't coming in the game run the ball because that's necessarily y'all strength and y'all like, oh, SC suck in the D line. No, part of that is because y'all know y'all don't want us with the ball. And y'all know another Duck fan receipt. And y'all know that y'all defense is suspect. Right? So y'all want to run the ball to keep y'all defense off the field. Get out of here. Like, I know what's going on. I've been watching y'all. I hope y'all defense better be like Allen Iverson and don't care about practice. Because what I've seen in the practice, either y'all defense is trash or y'all offense is amazing. This dude said he going against the grain and taking USC in the points. USC will score. I have concerns about how Brian Kelly manages games, especially with a new quarterback, right? Kelly often coaches not to lose and find himself in the one score games late. Right? And that's true. And it already sounded like they trying to play not to lose. Let's run the ball. Let's hope USC soft, right? Let's hope USC soft and run the ball and play not to lose. Now, even Brian Kelly know we got a elite corner, so Brian Kelly don't want Nussmeier tossing the ball around against them elite corners we got, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't slick. They ain't slick. They hoping for these narratives. They hoping for these narratives. And the SEC gonna look real suspect if one of their top teams lose to a team in USC that y'all been bashing all off season. The football gods is setting this up perfect. Y'all been disrespecting USC all off season. Y'all hate USC, which y'all sold for what? Remember, we ain't been popping since the Pete Carroll days. Why is USC still hated though? And we've been trash for a minute. Like, we ain't been national championship contenders. Like, we ain't been competitive. Well, we had that competitive season with Sam Darnold. But before that, we hadn't been competitive since like 2012-13, where we got top 10 teams, right? It's been a whole generation go up with USC being mediocre. So why is it still so much hate? They still traumatized. They still traumatized from the past. That's why. And they all know the potential USC has. They know if there's no negative recruiting against USC, they know if you can't say, oh, USC trash, the coach, oh, the money. Long as it ain't no negative recruiting, they know USC, we finna clean up. We finna go in their backyard and take their dudes because LA is better than any other college, any other campus. Athens, get out of here. Tuscaloosa, get out of here. Columbus, Norman, nobody won't live there. Baton Rouge, cool, but nobody want to live there over LA, right? So once we get rolling at full potential, we finna number one class loading. We finna have number one classes loading, right? Once this revenue sharing kick in, our NIL pick up, it's a wrap. And don't let us ball out on the field. LSU fans, y'all lose this game, y'all losing Jakeem Stewart. Bet it. Bet it. But that's what boggles me. I could see if this was a Pete Carroll USC and y'all hate it, because when somebody great, either you gonna be a fan of it or you gonna hate it. I understand it. It's cool. I used to hate Michael Jordan because I'm a Laker fan, Magic Johnson, Kobe, right? And then when Jordan retired, I could show my true feelings and respect. He was the GOAT. But if somebody's great and dominant, if you ain't a fan of that team and player, then you hate. I can't understand hating on the average team, right? LSU scores 35 plus and wins by double digits. Repost that. That's a receipt. See, thank you, Josh Pate. All right. I just knew Josh Pate Twitter was gonna have a gang of receipts, right? I just knew it. You hype, we talking so much trash. Oh, okay. You say he a gunslinger. Y'all throwing the ball. Well, I like that. I like that. You feel me? Because we got DBs, bro. Yeah, I don't blame him. We have been in the slump for a minute. But you still, if you love the game and you love your team, it's like, do your homework. Like this last couple weeks to two, I've been doing my homework on LSU. Right? If they do their homework on us, they're going to say, hold up, LSU fans. This might be a fight. Because you do your homework, you're going to say, okay, they got elite coaching on both sides of the ball. And it ain't like they roster is full of 3 stars, right? It ain't like they roster is full of 3 stars. So they got a gang of 4 stars and 5 stars on their roster, and they got elite coaching. We're not an easy win for nobody, especially on a neutral field. Everybody should look at USC as a threat. Like I look at LSU as a threat, but they trying to act like we ain't a threat. We gonna get ran over, right? And it's like it's expected. So, we've been in a slump, but it's still a new year, right? Just like the Florida State situation. Florida State just got robbed. They just came off a great year, right? And look what happened. They got whooped by Georgia Tech. And you wouldn't have been that surprised because if you did your homework, all the talent FSU got. And then you did your homework, DJ, you ain't all that. So they wouldn't have ranked Florida State high. I just have a problem because people don't do their homework. Saints Nation. LSU will beat USC. All the disrespect to LSU. I ain't been hearing no disrespect to LSU. Like, look at the screen. I'm going through comments, bro. I'm going through the comments, Saints Nation. Everybody picking LSU. Everybody saying we trash. Ain't nobody saying y'all trash. Who said y'all didn't have the wide receivers? We said, what about our wide receivers? We got 3 5-star receivers on our team. Mekhi Lemon, Zachariah Branch, and Deuce Robinson. And the 4-star Jacoby Lane, probably the best one out of all of them. LSU quarterback better than Moss. He didn't look like it. Did he throw 6 in his Bowls game? Did he throw 6? Was he a 4-star coming out of high school? I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm just asking you. Nussmeier, he looked at these. I ain't gonna lie, Nussmeier looked like he could play. But I don't think he better than Miller Moss, bro. And I could just judge by the game. The game I seen him play, the bowl game I seen Nussmeier play, and the bowl game I seen Miller Moss play, it ain't even close. To make that argument close, you got to talk about other games. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk about what he did in high school and maybe other games. But the last time I seen them dudes play, the last time I seen Nussmeier play, and the last time I seen Miller Moss play, Miller Moss looked leagues above the dude. Leagues. And Louisville defense was a top 10 defense. And he threw 6 tutties. Who did LSU, to Saints Nation that hurt life Rick, right? Who did y'all play in the bowl game? Right? And what defense was they ranked? And didn't y'all had a better wide receiving core last year with Thomas? And what did Nussmeier do? Y'all had a better wide receiving core last year, bro. than this year. Right? So what Nussmeier do with them weapons? He didn't do nothing. I mean, not compared to Miller Moss. The SEC is not just different, bro. I'm about to cook. The SEC is not just different. The SEC produces 2 elite teams a year. That's what SEC do. All y'all other teams, Mississippi State, trash. Vanderbilt, trash. Kentucky, trash. South Carolina, trash, bro. Like, got a gang of mid teams that's always overranked. Missouri, they mid. Tennessee, trash. They trying to bounce back. Besides the top 2 schools that y'all have, whether that's Alabama, Georgia, or Georgia, LSU, everybody else be just like any other team in any other conference. I know USC ain't won a natty. You know what I'm saying? I know we ain't won a natty in a minute. I know we trying to get back up. I could admit that, but it don't mean that the SEC be overrated, right? Of course they gonna win championships because they always got in the college playoffs, whether they deserved it or not, bro. The SEC teams, the SEC annually gets 7 or 8 teams ranked in the top 25. And they be mid. Bro, it's a money thing. ESPN is invested in the SEC, right? That's why I'm going to tell y'all a quick story, right? USC got put on sanctions because of the SEC, right? The NCAA had a meeting with their business analysts. And, you know, we talking about money. So the NCAA is all about making money. So they wanted to know with the business analysts, how can we make more money? How can we reach our full potential? And the business analysts told them the SEC got to be put in the forefront because of the rabid SEC fan base, bro. Y'all live and die football, especially in all them small towns. All the colleges in the SECs in small towns where they live and die football. That's their life. They spend money on merchandise. They whole house be decked out inside and outside with their team gear. It's more money in the SEC. Y'all got more fans down there, right? So it's more money. So the business analysts told the NCAA that the SEC, if the SEC dominated, right, then the college football as a whole will make more money because the SEC has the most rabid fan base, right? So the NCAA said, well, how can we facilitate making the SEC the most dominant conference? And they said, oh, the first thing you got to do is take down Pete Carroll and USC. Because with them in the way, it can't be no SEC dominance. That's why they gave us the death penalty just because we didn't know Reggie Bush's dad took money from an agent. If you read the fine line, they said they punished USC for not knowing that Reggie Bush was getting money from an NFL agent and basically gave us the death penalty to clear the way for the SEC. So the SEC could dominate because it's more money down there. College football is more richer if the SEC dominate, right? Because of the rabid fan base. So they had to take down USC. Then they had to put in strategies and philosophies. Okay, the next thing we got to do is rank all the SEC teams in the preseason poll high, right? To create that narrative that the SEC is so deep. So let's rank all these teams that don't even deserve to be ranked high in the poll, right? To create that narrative. Second, let's make sure they schedule FCS schools. They got a lot of cupcakes on the schedule. Make sure the out-of-conference schedule is weak. And then if we got them all ranked high, if they play the ranked out-of-conference schedule, when they play each other, they're going to be undefeated 2-0, 3-0. And when they lose to each other, we could just say, oh, this is the SEC. It's tough to go through the SEC unscathed. They did they did lay the foundation down. They did lay the plot down to make the SEC the best. Took down USC, smashed them, right? Put all these SEC teams in the poll that don't deserve to be ranked, right? And then when they lose to each other, only drop them 3-4 spots in the poll and spin the narrative that this is SEC. So, you know, it's no big deal if a number 3 SEC team lose to the number 25 SEC team, right? Because this is a tough conference. Ain't nobody gonna go through unscathed. So, bro, out here on the West Coast, we know the play. Everybody who know football know the play. On the SEC, y'all do got uber talent down there. I ain't gonna lie, we go down there to get talent, right? But when this whole SEC narrative started, y'all wasn't the best conference, bro. It's money, bro. It's money. Y'all where the money at down there. ESPN got a contract with the SEC. I think the ESPN poll had 9 SEC teams in the top 25. Check what out. Yeah, the bias got the kids thinking the SEC. You know what I'm saying? And the SEC do got talent. But it's never deep and it's not stacked like they say. Right? They got 2 teams every year. I get an SEC that. They have 2 teams every year that's national championship quality, right? But the rest of the teams is trash. So I give y'all that. Yeah, for the past 20 years, or I wouldn't even say 20 years, for the past 10 years, yeah, the SEC been better than the Pac-12, right? Because what? Because y'all been having the 2 championship teams. But y'all other teams is just like any other team. Like I could go down the list. Florida ain't been Florida, the same Florida since Tim Tebow. I seen Florida get whooped on by Utah, right? Who else? Like I said, okay, Florida ain't what they used to be. Kentucky ain't it. That's 2 teams right there that this ain't it. South Carolina, they just ain't it. And when I mean this ain't it, they just like another other team in another conference. Florida, Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee, Mississippi State. I feel Ole Miss overranked. They got talent. I'm gonna leave Ole Miss out of it. You know, I think Ole Miss probably legit. I know Lane Kiffin do his thing right. But when I'm looking at Missouri, Vanderbilt, Kentucky, South Carolina, Florida, who else y'all got that's overrated? Y'all got a few teams, Missouri. Like if it ain't Alabama, Georgia, it's just regular teams. If USC played a full SEC schedule, how many wins would they have? Only loss I would see if they played Georgia, that might be an L. If they play Bama, that might be an L. I think Jalen Milroe gonna go crazy this year. But besides Georgia and Bama, I will favor us against everybody. So Hurt Life Rick, you will have to show me what schedule we playing. Yeah, UCLA. Yeah, Hurt Life Rick. Our little brothers, Hurt Life Rick. And I appreciate you coming to the channel. All the LSU fans, I appreciate y'all. We talking. I got love for y'all. I got family in Louisiana. My family from the South, right? But Hurt Life Rick, y'all just got whooped by UCLA. So why y'all so confident that y'all gonna whoop us? It ain't like y'all ain't got whooped by LA school. You know what I'm saying? UCLA is a basketball school, bro. So like UCLA, a team where it would be like if the UCLA was in the SEC, y'all be like UCLA finna get dump truck. But UCLA already beat a SEC team. So let's talk about the facts. Herb Perkins is a beast, right? COVID. Everybody went through COVID. See, that's why we talk our stuff, right? Saints Nation. That's why we talk. Because everybody went through COVID. Oh, y'all play UCLA this year too? Well, you know what? I ain't mad at y'all LSU since y'all actually schedule, out of conference Power 4 opponents. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show LSU. I'm gonna show y'all some love. Like, y'all have been a good program. Y'all gonna pull out some elite talent. Joe Burrow. I love Odell, and nobody can't handle Justin Jefferson and them. So, but come on, bro. That's like saying, like, you know what I'm saying, that everybody didn't play in a bubble. Like, everybody went through COVID. I'm gonna get back to y'all comments in a minute. Let me I'm gonna go through some more receipts, right? Because for some reason I can't go through the receipts and see y'all chat at the same time. Hold on. Now look, LSU fans, ain't nobody picking us, bro. LSU wins 69-0. Come on. Well, he an LSU fan, so he just talking this stuff. LSU will win because of strict physicality, but not cover. Lincoln Riley can dial things up. Basically a home game for USC. Unproven quarterback for LSU, 24-20. This game is not going to be in the 20s. Right? I think we all can agree that I think this game going to be in the 30s, especially since the LSU fans in here said they going to throw the ball around. This dude said Tigers by 24. That's a receipt. And to the couple of LSU fans in here, this is not a LSU Twitter page. This is just a college football Twitter page. Right? And everybody will, unless only ones I seen going for USC is I seen one dude, right? And the other was USC fans, so I ain't gonna count them. Like, you supposed to go for your team, right? Receipt. He said, I'll be at the game and I expect a USC thrashing to take place. Well, at least he admit he SEC biased. So I ain't even gonna make, but I'm still gonna make that a receipt. You talking about a thrashing, boy, you tripping. And look, I swear to God, I'm gonna take the time to respond to all these receipts. So give me an over-under on percentage on how many respond back if USC win. Right? This why I don't respect y'all. Because when y'all talk all that trash and y'all team lose, y'all disappear. Y'all disappear. You don't see how we'll make it. All right. So you basically feel like y'all inferior then. You said Blake Baker did the same identical thing Lynn did at UCLA. So he took 100 in because UCLA defense was ranked 113 the year before Lynn. And they climbed all the way up to the top 10 in total defense. They was like top 5 in total yards, and they was number 1 against the run. So Blake did that. So Blake Baker, y'all defensive coordinator, he took a team that was previously ranked in the hundreds defensively and made them top 10 overall and like top 5 in 3 different categories. Did Blake Baker did that? Let me know. Okay, 118, the top 40. My Twitter handle is Carter Sports. Look to the left. It's Carter Sports at Truth. I don't know how to take all them numbers behind my name, bro. I'm not that computer savvy. But if you type in Carter Sports, you should be able to find my Twitter. All right, so Saints Nation said he brought Missouri from 118 to 40. But Lynn brought UCLA from like 113 to top 10, though, bro. So you saying that's the same turnaround, top 40, that's cool. Y'all, he jumped 70 spots, right? So I see y'all confident in coaching, but he didn't take them from 113 to top 10, though. 118 to top 10, not even top 20. So it ain't the same. It ain't the same. Tell me where's the path for y'all to be able to win easily, right? Y'all defense is not gonna be able to stop our offense, bro. Y'all defense can't stop our passing attack, right? And y'all defensive line ain't gonna wreck our passing game. Then y'all move Harold Perkins to linebacker. He ain't even playing edge no more. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been trying to do my homework on y'all. And some of the homework I had to check Missouri's schedule, but UCLA schedule was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? UCLA got they got to avoid Washington and Oregon, right? So I had to check Missouri's schedule to be fair, right? But like I said, our path to win is like, bro, y'all can't stop our passing attack. Lincoln Riley passing attack can't never be stopped unless y'all defensive line just thrash our defensive line. Unless Miller Moss ain't got no time to throw, then our offense gonna score against y'all, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, so that's how we gonna win. Y'all ain't gonna be able to stop us. Now I ain't gonna lie. And now if y'all using Perkins the right way, he the only dude that can wreck our offense, right? Perkins is a beast. I ain't gonna lie. So we gotta key in on that dude. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes our running backs might have to stay in the pocket when he lined up on the edge. I ain't gonna lie. That dude is NFL talent, right? But that's just one dude. If he ain't pressuring our quarterback every play, Miller Moss go eat, bro. I seen y'all defense, bro. I seen y'all defense. Y'all in the same boat as us. Y'all in the same boat as us, right? We can't compete with y'all offensive line. Don't you know that our offensive line is bigger than y'all's? Our defensive line in practice is going against bigger dudes. Our offensive line weigh more than y'all offensive line. Check that out, Saints Nation. Go to the LSU website, right, and get the weight of y'all offensive linemen, y'all starting 5, and add that shit up. Then go to WeAreSC or USC football and look at our offensive line and add that up. That's true. Y'all wide receiver have better stats and more proven, but our dudes was freshmen. Our dudes still got more talent though, right? So you right. A lot of our guys is unproven and ain't got the stats. But Lincoln Riley run 8 receivers out there anyway, though. If y'all don't know, like LSU fans, y'all probably don't know. But Lincoln Riley, he parade like 6 or 7, 8 receivers out there. I don't really like that because I want a quarterback to get locked in with a couple receivers that he in sync with, that they think alike and they ain't even got to think, where it's an automatic great connection. And when you rotate that many receivers, it's harder to do that. Right? So USC wide receiver stats, how Lincoln Riley play him, how we rotate so many, it ain't gonna be as great. Like our receivers, especially last year, they wasn't getting as many snaps as other receivers because we was playing Kyron Rare-Hudson, Mario Williams, Taj Washington, who went to the NFL, Brendan Rice, who went to the NFL, and all the other dudes we still got on the team. We was playing like 8 or 9 receivers last year. LSU is 6 deep at the wide receiver position, right? But we got DBs. That's one thing. If you LSU fans, if y'all know college football, bro, and y'all study college football, y'all should know we got some elite DBs this year. Y'all should know we got some elite DBs this year, right? So we got DeCarlos Nicholson, 6'3", Richard Sherman type. We got Jacoby Covington, 6'2", right? We got John Humphrey, 6'2". Then we got Greedy Vance, who was locking up y'all receivers last year, right? Greedy Vance was locking up that one dude, what's his name? Lacey something, was locking him up, right? We got Kamari Ramsey, who was all NCAA freshman safety first team. Kamari Ramsey. Like our DB room is sick. So, like I said, we gonna see. Look, LSU fans, look. That's the thing. I ain't saying y'all ain't good. I ain't saying y'all ain't got receivers. I ain't saying that y'all should be confident in your team. This is what I'm really saying. This is the second record straight for Hurt Life, Rick, and Satan Nation. This is what I'm really saying. If you thinking this an easy dub and y'all just finna come run the ball or throw the ball around and just win this game and y'all gonna be sitting comfortable on y'all couch, no. I guarantee you, y'all finna be nervous watching this whole game because y'all gonna be watching. It's gonna be close and we gonna be making plays. Y'all gonna make some plays too. But if y'all thinking, oh, USC soft, oh, these soft California kids and Lincoln Riley don't know nothing about defense, y'all in for a rude awakening. Y'all in for a rude awakening. Them LSU boys gonna get open. Man, you know Deanton Lynn, he come from an NFL background, right? You know Deanton Lynn is known for confusing quarterbacks, right? Y'all ain't stopping our wide receivers. Like, y'all ain't got no Zach. Y'all ain't got no. Do y'all got 3 5-stars on y'all wide receiver roster? Because I know we do. Yes, LSU recently, I can't even say recently, y'all been number 1 wide receiver. Because right now, the USC receivers, I mean, St. Amaron Brown kicked up a lot of dust last year. Like, we been putting receivers out too. You feel me? But to the LSU fans, y'all ain't, what are 3 5-stars at? Because Zachariah Branch, 5-star, bro. Deuce Robinson, 5-star. Right? Mekhi Lemon, 5-star. Right? So y'all can't say whatever y'all can say about y'all team, we could say. Like the LSU fans, we really brothers in this. We really the same identical team, LSU. We both lost Heisman quarterbacks. Right? We both got head coaches that's in their 3rd year. Right? My battery died. I could have swore this thing was charged up. Hold on, y'all. I don't want my battery to die. But yeah, we in the same boat. We both lost Heisman quarterbacks. We both got coaches in their 3rd year. And we both had defenses that suck. And we both got great wide receivers. So again, tell me, like, how is y'all so confident in us? Right? How's y'all so much more confident y'all just gonna win? When we the same teams, like USC fans, LSU fans, we the same team. I'm gonna repeat it again. We both lost Heisman quarterbacks. We both got coaches coming in their 3rd year with something to prove. We both had a trash defense last year, and we both got a whole new defensive staff. Yeah, the stars don't mean anything, but these dudes has flashed that ability, right? So I'm saying Zachariah was a 5-star out of high school, and he still looked 5-star his freshman year. He was explosive. When he got the ball, he was dangerous. He's a touchdown waiting to happen, even in college. It looked the same. Like when you look at Zachariah Branch in high school and look at him in college, he's still the fastest dude on the field. He look electric. He's a problem. He's pumping fear in the defense, right? Deuce Robinson, right? 5-star. He looked at that. We not the same team, bro, but we in the same situation. I ain't talking about success. It's year by year. That's why Florida State lost. That's why people is stunned by the Florida State upset because past success. Every year is a new year, bro. People going to transfer portal, people going to the draft. So y'all recent success don't mean nothing. I mean, we in the same boat. We both lost Heisman quarterbacks. We both had trash defenses, and we both got new defensive staffs, and we both got coaches in their 3rd year. So we in the same situation that y'all in. We got to improve our defense, and we got to replace a Heisman quarterback, and we got to see what our new defensive staff, the impact that they having on our team, right? So y'all question mark too. It ain't like y'all ain't got to replace talent. It ain't like y'all is a question mark. Y'all question mark too, bro. So just like we got to prove it, y'all got to prove it. And like I said, Nick Saban got us as a dark horse, bro. Nick Saban got us as a dark horse. Okay, hokey pokey, he in it. He what, a Virginia Tech fan? He got us winning. LSU gonna walk him double digit. USC revamp. D'Anton Lynn defense was clear. Okay, we got some love, but look, 38-20, LSU. Right? 41-17, LSU. Is they cooking deep? Hold on, let's switch gears, LSU fans and USC fans. Let's switch gears. Like DJU trending, so they might be cooking them. Let me. Wow. He averaged 0.1 yards in the air per. How is that even possible? He was throwing bubble screens? Dang, see, hey, it ain't no mercy out here in college football. They don't care that these is kids, man. But yeah, that's who. Who? Hey, when you say 5-star don't matter, bro, you right, because that dude, he was a 5-star. OV. He had a 101 rating. What? He was rated higher than CJ Stroud. I ain't never seen nobody with a 1-0. See, that's what I'm saying. These recruiting websites need to give it up, bro. Yeah, this is wild. Oh man, they cooking, man.
Quit asking. I'm not going to. So quit asking. I'm not going to. So quit asking. I'm not going to. So quit asking. I'm not going to.
Will you
so
ask
quit
DJU to complete a pass 5 yards down
so
the field?
quit asking. I'm not going to. So quit asking.
Yeah.
So quit asking.
They own DJU, bro. Hey, this comedy, man. This comedy. DJU when he throws the ball behind the line of scrimmage. What y'all think about DJU, man? Man, man, like people be still living off they hype. Like, did he really win the? Like, if he playing like that in the game, right? How did DJU look in spring and fall? Like, how he even starting? Like, y'all feel what I'm saying? Cause you got to be showing this in practice, right? Ain't no way you gonna be balling in practice and come out like DJU did. Like, wow. Hold on, let me get into some more because they cooking, dude. Oh, they saying DJU pissed the bed. Y'all think Florida State gonna bounce back? I mean, hey, look, it is the first game, right? So teams do look different, right? But DJU track record, like I don't really see it. Like I think Florida State gonna end up not being ranked by the end of the season for reals. Man, I still don't know how you could average. Let me go back to that stat. Hold on. I don't know how you could average, bro. 0.1 yards. You feel me? I'm gonna put that up here. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Let me see. Let me see what the Florida State fans got to say. Or this period, they probably was quiet. They probably like, damn, this gonna be a long season. Can't even complete a 4 pass. Bro, throwing it by. Man, oh man, oh man. They don't trust him. Who they back up? Who they back up? Georgia defense broke him when he was at Clemson. Let me see what's trending in the sports world, man. I gotta check on Florida State. They probably on suicide watch right now. You feel me? Because you gotta think about what Florida State been going through lately. Like, it's tough being a Florida State fan right now. You feel me? Because you already got robbed for a playoff appearance, right? And then you start this year like this. Like, that gotta hurt, bro. And then it ain't even a hope for the future because your quarterback looking trash. So, I don't know, man. FSU, they on suicide watch. So, and I still feel sorry for them last year. I feel like they got done wrong, man. That's why you can't cheat teams. That's why you can't cheat teams like they did Florida State, because you never know when you're going to be in a position to play in the playoffs again. You never know when you're going to have that same opportunity. Now, look, they probably ain't even going to sniff the playoffs this year. Right? Shut up, Fireball. Even though he right, they ain't got no business being top 10. But anybody who ain't SEC, Feinbaum think they trash. Feinbaum think the top 16 teams is all SEC teams, right? Or however many teams they got in their conference. What y'all doing in the comments? Florida State ain't gonna run through nothing, bro. Florida State gonna be like fighting to be 500. Trust me. They're gonna be fighting to be 500. Because DJU always look trash. Like, DJU ain't never looked good. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the hype. Like, I never knew the hype. And it just shows the lack of coaching, the lack of development, and the lack of analysts on these recruiting sites, right? How was DJU had 101 ranking? That's not possible, bro. Like, if you give somebody 101 ranking, right? If you give somebody 101 ranking, they should at least be good on a college level, right? They should at least be good. And he shouldn't even be starting. I feel like he get the starting job everywhere he go because they still living off his high school glory days in his name. So it's like we ain't got the same quality of coaches in college no more. Like, sports right now is just as weak as it ever been as far as the media, what we got in the media, what we got in coaching. It just is, bro. It just is. Because we can't even get correct rankings. People are even lazy when it comes to ranking.
DJU taken down.
And he looks slow too. Like, why they
a
trying to run the
big-time
ball
play
with
again
him?
from Harvey. Remember, he had the 4th down stop earlier for Santucci's defense.
Well, they had some offensive linemen slipping and sliding. The big key against the 250-pound quarterback is you don't want to let him get going downhill. And that time, Georgia Tech able to stymie him up front. Stayed here knocking on the door.
Yeah, it's
We're
gonna
down
be
at 2.
rough, like.
DJ.
DJU is not Michael Vick, bro. Know what I'm saying? But when you can't pass, I mean, he probably can run better than he could pass, right? So I get it. They celebrating down there. But LSU fans, USC fans, man, what's all right, Georgia Tech, y'all got to keep winning now, though. That's the thing, Georgia Tech. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, Georgia Tech. Y'all beat FSU, right? So y'all should run. Y'all should be one of the top teams in the ACC. Don't just win this game and start losing to mediocre teams. You taking LSU by 4? I ain't mad at that. Now, FSU defense ain't horrible, but they wasn't good enough. You feel me? They wasn't good enough. LSU 30. All right, I'm going to keep now. Saints Nation. All the LSU fans in here and USC fans, I'm going live during the game, right? So don't disappear. Check in with me. Watch the game, but have your phone next to you, right? Because I'm gonna be going live. So if y'all whooping on us, come in here and talk trash, right? But if we whooping on y'all, come take this beating. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk big. So LSU fans, I will respect y'all. If no matter what happens, y'all come back in here, talk y'all trash, or either take this beating. You feel me? I'm finna end this live. I'm finna make another live, right? I'm finna make another one. We finna talk on different topics. This one was just basically about Nick Saban looking good so far, right? Nick Saban said he had Georgia Tech as a dark horse. They just came out and beat Florida State, right? And he said USC is a dark horse, right? So, hey, if we come out and beat LSU, don't be mad. I think Miami might win the Ace. Yeah, Miami, right? They got Cam Ward. That's a dude I wanted USC to take a look at, right? So I think Miami is well, I can't say Miami is sleeper team because shit, they rank higher than USC, but I think Miami could do it. Miami is another one of them programs like us. Nobody want to see Miami back up and running because nobody got more potential than USC, and then it's Miami, right? Because the cities we live in, the cities these university in, LA and Miami, right? Both got uber talent in their backyard, right? Both got hold on. They both got California to recruit. I mean, they both got fertile backgrounds. Miami got Florida. We know they per start. I mean, Florida's sick with the football players. Ain't nobody got more football players per capita than Florida. And Cali, we ain't that far behind, right? So we got talented home bases with a lot of talent, right? And we got a great city, big media market. You know what I'm saying? So you like ain't no better unless you just want to be in a small town, right? But USC actually check every box. They check the prestige box. They check the tradition box. They check the location box. They check the education box. They check the history box, right? There's no college team that check every box, not even Miami. Miami education, right? And their alumni base is not as strong as ours. That Miami degree ain't half a USC degree, right? So the only school in college football that when it's running at its peak could check all its boxes. Only reason we ain't this stacked right now because our NIL game. But once that get caught up, ain't nobody could offer what USC got to offer. Only team that come close to that is a Miami, right? Is a Miami. So I think Miami, they gonna do their thing. And if Miami do their thing, college football better beware. College football better beware. Because Miami and USC get the rolling, they're gonna be running college football. It ain't gonna be no SEC. It's gonna be USC and Miami. You best believe that. But I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Already been on here. Hold on. How long we been on here? An hour and 40. Let me go through these comments once again. Nick Saban also said Nuss was his dark quarterback this year. That's true, but that's a player, though. Like, Nuss, he could ball this game and still lose. He could throw 4 TDs for 300 yards. Y'all still could lose. I care about what he's in a dark horse as a team. Forget a player. I think Nuss gonna ball too. I seen him in the bowl game. He a pretty good quarterback. I ain't gonna lie. I think Florida State can shake back. It's just gonna be hard. But they need DJU to like be a baller though. Like how they gonna shake back if they quarterback ain't never been it? Okay, if Saban also said Florida State was one of the best and they lost to a team that he said a dark horse, that just means Georgia Tech is just ranked way too low. Right? Maybe Florida State is really a more like a 19-20 team. And if you in the top 20, you one of the best. I mean, shit, it's 120 some teams in college football, right? So Florida State might be a good team. We might be sleeping on Georgia Tech. Maybe Georgia Tech the number 10 team. You know what I'm saying? Georgia do got kids. It is talent in Georgia. So they probably got some 3-star Georgia sleepers on their team that can ball. So both can be true. Nah, bro, Cali is untouchable in talent. Per capita can't be applied. I mean, I get what you're saying, but at least according to the and I know I was just crashing it. The recruiting rankings, according to the recruiting rankings, like Florida be having the most 5 and 4 stars in their state, right? But they got less people than Texas and California and whatnot, right? So Florida State got more like 4 stars and up than even Texas got. And Texas population got them by, I think, by like 7 million. And we got Florida by like 14 million. Now, these recruiting rankings, we already know they trash, right? But I'm just saying, like, I get your point. But truth be told, Florida State got talent, right? I mean, Florida, the state of Florida, if somebody like Florida got the best football players, I ain't gonna really argue. I feel like it go back and forth each year. I feel like it's interchangeable between Cali, Texas, and Florida. Let me look it up on Twitter real quick. Know what? I'll say that for another live stream, right? This one already going an hour and a half. I'm gonna do another live stream. We're gonna talk about the talent in Florida. I'm gonna do my homework. This was more of a freestyle. I'm gonna have a better presentation for y'all. Forgive me, you know what I'm saying, if this ain't what y'all like. This is my first time doing it, going on live. You feel me? I'm gonna do better, have things more for y'all, better little format so y'all can follow me and we talk about it. So the next live I'm gonna talk about the Florida talent, the California talent, the Texas talent, Georgia, Louisiana, them like the top ones, Ohio, and we can break it down who got the most talent, and then we gonna look at the 3-star. We gonna look at the underdog talent too. We also gonna look at how a lot of 3-stars ball harder than 4-stars. Another thing we gonna look at is California defensive linemen. So, like, if you look in the recruiting rankings, it's only like a handful of California D linemen in the top 300, right? It's only like a handful of them. But if you look in the NFL and you look in college, it's way more because California defensive linemen, they develop at a slower rate than them down south country fed boys, right? So, like, look at Carlin Jones on USC country fed. He already coming in at 313, right? But that's what probably the way he played his whole career. A California D-line will come in just as tall, 6'3", but weigh like 230. Say, for instance, like Devin Tompkins. He came in weighing 235, 6'5", 235. Now he's 6'5", 285. He didn't put on 50 pounds. See, California defensive linemen, we develop at a slower rate. Our body mature. We don't get into our grown man body out here in Cali till like 2021. Right? Them Southern kids, they be already grown man size at what? 17, 18. So I think that kind of skew the rankings too, because when you look at all the talent, a lot of the Texas and Florida talent be defensive linemen. And they defensive linemen look better and more ready than ours because they already be NFL size. But they already closer to their peak, though. You know what I'm saying? They already closer to their peak. So we're going to talk about that next live. I'll probably do that tomorrow. The season coming up. You know what I'm saying? This is a USC channel, but this is a college football channel as well. So now that the season in, we finna be talking football, not just from a USC standpoint, but it's college football. Man, I love college football. College football that took over the NFL for me. So when I start going live, we're going to talk about everything. Everybody welcome. We going to do this. I just had to go live because, you know, Georgia Tech upset Florida State. That was big to me. Number 10, you know, I had to sit on the rankings. Those who vote the rankings, I had to come and shit on that. That's what this was about. You feel me? And Nick Saban saying USC is USC. I appreciate everybody that came in. But until then, man, y'all know it's Quarter Sports. It's Trojan City. It's SC. The college football rocking. I'm finna start doing 3-a-day videos. But remember, we going live next week to watch Georgia at Clemson. But until then, y'all, I'm out of here.